Hi, I'm Lee Harrington. I want to take you through just a quick demo for the speed I'm getting running models locally. So I have I spent $400 for it, but it's now down to 300. A B-Link, some Chinese tiny PC with the Ryzen 7. This is a laptop chip, not even a desktop chip, and it's got 32 gig of RAM. So this is far from a powerhouse. And I'm on my Mac, and I have remoted into this Windows box. And I have Open Web UI running in Docker, and I have Ollama running the models on this machine, and we are connecting from my Mac. So one of the local models, Llama 3.2, that's from Facebook. This one, I believe, is nine, almost say, call it 10 gig in size. And let's give it a prompt. Write the Gettysburg Address as if Eminem had written it. And we're not going to judge the output here, but to kind of see the speed. And this is slower than current ChatGPT, but when ChatGPT came out a couple years ago, this was about the speed. So it's not blazing fast, but it's acceptable. And the output is actually acceptable. I'm going to kill that. And let's bring up, and they have many different sizes. So this is the same model, 3.2, but this has been quantized and shrunk down to 3.2 gigs. Let's see how it runs. And you can see, it's running faster. One of the nice things about having a local model is that you can have uncensored models. So let's take this. This is a tiny one, 1.2 gigs, but we're going to put here and then say use plenty of profanity. All right. Okay, and you can see how much faster that is because it's a tiny model, and we can have it profanity laced. Um, I'm not seeing the dirty words here, but trust me, you can create them. Now, if I bring up a this model is I downloaded it. It's the Llama 3.3. It's the latest one. This is a 70 gig file, and it won't run. I don't have enough memory to run that model, so that's not a big surprise. However, I have connected to Grok, G-R-O-Q, grok.com, and they have this same thing, the 70 billion. You can see how it's connected with external. So it's the open source model, 70 billion parameters, but instead of trying to run it locally, I'm calling it from API. And I mean, Grok is just amazingly fast. So not only could I run the 70 billion model, it's open source. It's not training on my data. Judge about how you want to make the security trade-off for the potential to suck up your data, but they say they don't. Anyway, I just wanted to give an example of calling it via an API. So you can be using the local models for when they make sense and when the speed is acceptable. And then if you need a little higher quality, I'm going to call it, this is ChatGPT. So instead of paying the $20 a month, you can just use it and pay for it as needed. So this is the 4.0 model. It's really nice. It's the same as if I'm using ChatGPT here. This is through my subscription versus the API. So that's just a quick little test of the speed. And again, this is with the lowest of, well, not the lowest, but it's a pretty low hardware spec, right? It's a $400 machine. It is got 32 gig of RAM. It's running on the CPU, right? That's the thing. This model could take advantage of the GPU, but this cheap computer doesn't have a separate GPU. So anyway, I'm finding this local models quite acceptable, and there's a lot more than what I have shown here. Models to download. So, as a matter of fact, um, if I go over to Ollama and you click models, there are a lot of models to choose from. So to play around with and find, ones that meet different purposes, and that's it. I hope this helped you.